Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Your Daily Dose. I'm your host, PB, and today on Dynasty Scrolls, we have an interesting little pop up called the Warm Up Summer Festival. And before we get into that, I guess we should probably talk a little bit about the results. So, a billionaire event has ended, meaning that we can get some additional resources. Or, as I may have mentioned in the previous videos, you might want to save them if Kyrian doesn't fit your mold for a mythic beast. In terms of, I guess, value analysis and is it really value analysis? It's more gameplay analysis. I mean, Kyrian really only needs to get to 2 star, and after that, you can pretty much just chill. And the reason why you want to get this guy to 2 star is to unlock his second passive ability called Water Shield. Water Shield doesn't really, I mean, it doesn't do too much if you're already in an oh shit situation, meaning two of your members have already died in your team. Potentially, this one that you've resurrected is going to die next round. But it does add a slight layer in terms of a bufferish ability. And realistically speaking, it's really an additional way of healing. So, look, combined with other heroes such as the Cyan Rook and the Heaven's Dragon, maybe Cyan will proc after your Kyrian procs and you get lucky. So it heals your team and maybe even gives you the invincibility on that weaker hero, depending on how high your Cyan Rook is. Of course, it's all depending on the star levels for rejuvenation and, of course, the immunity or invincibility shield that the Rook can give you. But in terms of that, I would probably say if you aren't excited about a support mythic beast, well, Celebrate Festival has appeared, meaning we now have the Thunder Pony or Thunder Beast as he is called. Not a really original name, just Thunder Beast. We're going to call him the Thunder Pony. Pretty stock standard. If you haven't checked out any of the previous videos about Celebrate Festival, that's fine. If you're new or visiting to the channel, of course, welcome. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, notification button, and jump into the community Discord in the link below. I will catch you all, I think, on Facebook at some point today. I'll post this up there. Have a chat with us in the Discord, in the comment section for the OGs and some Facebook. Make sure you're liking and sharing if you find this valuable. But in terms of Celebrate Festival, pretty stock standard. This festival is purely for the whales, and I should always preface that. I always say this, be honest, this is for people that are spending money. Celebrate Festival is always aimed towards that. Literally, the only way to acquire the goods is that. But good news, I guess, for the rest of us mere mortals that don't want to spend a whale, you really just have this thing where if you are participating in your daily I guess requirements we want to call that. You just blitz these things out, and every now and then you might get lucky, and maybe it'll show me. There we go. You might get lucky and grab some of the event based rewards. Now, these event based rewards do expire, they are capped each day. It is all RNG dependent. So don't go chasing them thinking, oh, PB, I really need them. The truth is, if you get them, you get them. If you don't, that's fine. I wouldn't stress about that. Some new players, get that feeling like, oh, I need to chase them all down. The reality is, you're probably gonna waste a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot of additional resource attempts. So unless you have 100 or something lying around, for instance, I got 152 of these. The reality is, it's probably not worth trying to get the drumsticks or, of course, the veggie platters. Just play, chill, and grab those. I'm just going to do my daily quest and see how many we end up with. So we got 4 from Behemoth, treasure chests, and of course you get them from your daily login gift with some gold, which is always sweet. I guess we'll just go with you. Why not? To be fair though, that's probably a bad idea. don't don't always do what PB does. When he says do something different, it's because he's messed up and he's made that conscious decision not to lead everyone down the garden path. Always do Quillians. If you have opportunity, you will not regret doing Black Quillians. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, you will need a bucket load for your offensive relic upgrades. But that you actually think we didn't do too bad in terms of that. If I we're gonna look at the scoreboard here. Treasure hunt 7 from 5. Realistically, we don't need to push too hard for that anyway. What else is there? Participate in conquest. This is a big one that a lot of players like to do, but isn't really beneficial. I mean, for 20 turkey drumsticks at a chance of getting it, have already been defeated. No, was it? That was weird. Said I had 0 health. No, I was defeated. That's odd because I just put myself in there. Why would they attack you? Really? Interesting. Well, that's a bit of a an odd thing to do. Why would you go and spam someone in a triple field? Hmm. Anyway, I feel like these guys probably are maybe a little bit new to the game, or they're just assholes in general. Either way, go here, attack some people, grab some free stuff, or don't. Realistically, it doesn't make any difference. All you want to be doing is doing your dailies, and you pretty much are just going to get some free stuff. And that's the reality of this event. It's free stuff. It's RNG based, and realistically speaking, you could probably get away with doing some of the missions. Now, the missions are increased. Of course, 70 draws will get you some divine weapons, team battles, which most people would be doing anyway. If anyone's confused what team battles are, they are these ones down here. We're going to do these ones anyway because, of course, we're going to do our dailies. Busy day today, so we might as well do it all together in one video. So we're going to do our dailies down here. There's no real optimal way of doing these things, I would say, is just smash them out the way you want to. But by doing those, you get some additional drumsticks. And of course, if you've been saving up your divine weapon shards and you want to go for it, I mean, it's entirely up to you. Probably figure out where you're going to land, though, because it sucks to do 34 and then miss out because you can't do 40. So if you can only do 30 and get some drumsticks that way. Which kind of leads us into the reward exchange. Now, this is pretty much the stock standards. Drumsticks are going to get you some of the rarer, more exclusive rewards. Honestly, though, I feel like everyone should be, and most endgame players are just going to go with the Ascension Stones and the Quillian boxes because they're realistically the most valuable items to get for drumsticks. If you want to give me some free Ascension Stones, I'll take it. But in terms of this, if you're a new player, I would recommend potentially filling out with some epic shard chests. I mean, look, epic weapon chest will serve you some purpose. And that's pretty much it. Of course, eventually you'll probably want to be buying some accessory stones, beast pills, and last but not least, everyone should be buying these refining relics. Doesn't matter who you are, buy the refining relics. Trust me, you're going to need a bucket load of those ones. But basically, that's it in a nutshell. If you're a free play player, you can try to max these resources out. Realistically, it's not going to make too much of a difference to your advancement because they are pretty restricted. I will say this, instead of like the arms race, you really can only buy a certain amount. It's very limited, so I can only get 10 of these. And granted, they are expensive in terms of drumsticks, but I mean, 10 of them is better than not having 10 of them. But the reality is, you don't really need to try to do every single one of these things. But in terms of deluxe, now this is where things get a little bit more interesting. You will be able to purchase the lamb steaks, which is the required currency here. Of course, you probably saw it pop up previous to this. It is the God's Blessing, which will sell them all the way up to $154.99. Now, I feel like this package is enough. 140 lamb steaks, I believe, will be enough in order to get the remaining copies that you're going to need for the Thunder Beast, which you're going to talk about in a second. So my understanding is it will be enough. and I'll show you what I'm talking about there. But let's just check him out. So base star form, and the reality is, I doubt anyone's gonna try and whale to get this guy to 2 star. If you are gonna build him, that's fine. What he does is he basically gives a shield to the hero with the what is it? Hero with the highest attack. That's his thunder shield. Ooh, might not even get the thunder shield to be honest. Does that unlock at 2 star? I feel like that's a 2 star ability. Maybe you can only get the Silent Thunder. All right. Well, it summons a Thunder Beast to attack the enemy. Does damage to random columns, damage reduction, and damage bonus. Okay, let's have a look to see what it does. All right. So hits 4 enemies, damage reduction. Pretty cool. Was that evasion as well? Maybe that's at the highest form. Let me have a look. Oh, maybe that's inflicting electricity. Who knows? Yeah, summons on the beast attacks damage 2 random colon enemies. Right, reduces attack, defense, damage, and damage reduction. So it's a huge debuffer. Okay. All right, so I mean, it's worthwhile in terms of like raw DPS. We'll have to see just how much damage this bad boy can do at a later event. I won't be building him. It is to me. It doesn't really make any sense for me to spend $159 to build this guy. It's not like it's a Generation 3 Mythic Hero. Um, the reality is Thunder Beasts can only be used once, same as Kyrian and all the other legendary beasts. So really for a one-shot option, $160, not really worth it in my opinion. However, I mean, if you're a Wailing Strong, finishing out Heavenly Sword for your G1 or G2 Mythic Heroes is a must. Again, look, this will eventually appear in the Annihilation event, so keep that in mind. It will appear eventually in the Annihilation event. Of course, Thunder Beast will appear eventually in the Billionaires event, and really, there's nothing else that I would spend money on. Interestingly enough, though, you can start to build towards your Mythic Hero shards, so I guess if you are thinking of it from a perspective of, hey, PV, I only need like 55 or 45 more of these shards because I bought all the other ones. So you need 55 to be honest if you bought the other ones in the last Celebrate event. I mean, look, it's up to you, but at least you have some options there. But in terms of value for money, I would say you need to spend around 159 Australian dollars or 99 USD to be able to get a full copy of the Thunder Beast, which leads me into the limited discount. This is where everybody is going to be purchasing the raw shards. I strongly recommend everybody do so. You'll get 45 of them for about 9k a gold, and that's pretty much where I get my figures from. So you need 55 of these shards, which is about 120 to 130 lamb steaks. Is it like one? It's like 130, I think. Don't quote me, but it literally is. I feel like it's all planned. It is definitely all planned, ladies and gentlemen. It's basically one of the premium packages. So there you go. In terms of that, is it worth it? No, I wouldn't. I would recommend just maybe saving some of these Celebrate Festival. Sorry, not Celebrate. Billionaire Tokens. If you really want to build him next time around and you manage to land on the leaderboard, whatever your situation may be, maybe save some of these ones up if you aren't intending to build Kyrian to 2 star. Otherwise, yeah, I would probably just wait. I'm going to wait and be patient. Mainly because I can't get Kyrian to 4 star. If I could get him to 4 star, potentially I would do so. Not for any other reason than the massive power boost that I would get. Ooh. Okay, sorry to interrupt this streaming event. Let's see if we can beat you. We cannot. You are a little bit higher than us by a lot. Okay, we'll come back to you at a different time. But either way, I feel like that pretty much covers the Celebrate Festival. More interesting though, and then we can just talk about it real quick, is the Summer Carnival. So in the tooltip, it's probably just going to tell you during the event, we are celebrating the arrival of summer. All players can receive gifts as the progress increases. Car events will open with massive benefits. Very cool. So you've got a warm up phase. During the warm up phase, players can bless the carnival together on the event page. Each player can bless once a day. By reaching certain blessing progress, you can sign up for events. Okay, and so these are the events that you can sign up for. Signed up players receive massive rewards from these following events. And so the carnival event goes, I believe it's 12 days. It goes for a while. 12 days and 15 hours, it says. So I feel like that's probably inclusive of all of the four events down the bottom. And that's cool. Maybe there could be some additional ones that pop up. But basically, all events signed up will open. Meanwhile, players can continue to bless each day regardless. So that's good. Obviously, you get activeness gifts. Carnival shop tokens. Oh, carnival events, red packet rain, gold bag events will be available where you can get shop events. You can use tokens and gold to redeem rewards. Limited time loot will be available. Carnival pack, you can also claim a super value pack for free. Wow. Now this is pretty good. And I know that this is very similar to that of the Korean server that I witnessed myself. That was the anniversary event though, so this is probably a very smaller version of that. Maybe a bigger one, who knows? But either way, look at that, 88 premium recruitment tokens. This is a fantastic event for newer players. G3 gear. Oh, wow. 10k gold and a full piece of imperishable gear. This is pretty good. Now, the I guess the downside is if you're in an inactive server, you might be screwed. So hopefully you stay in touch with some of your server members on Facebook or Discord. Hit them up if they've been inactive for a while. Just tell them, hey, just download the game for 12 days, log in, tap that heart. This is basically where it's going to be. Tap hearts to send each day. And as you progress, your server progresses, which is an interesting idea. It is a very interesting idea that it's going to be server progress. Maybe put in some feedbacks to the development team. Add divine power. So day one, you get this reward, which is pretty snazzy. You do get some tokens, which is the sum of fun. Can be redeemed in the Carnival Mall. Where's the Carnival Mall? Ah, the Carnival Mall. So you do need to get pretty far up there. 168k of progress. So as you can see, this is the meter down here. You have 12 days of doing it. So let's all let's all be proactive in the community and try to get some old returning players. Maybe start some dummy accounts up. Not gonna lie, that probably isn't a bad idea if you see that your server is lacking. Start some dummy accounts up and try to boost it. That's probably one of the ideas that PPE would do. Carnival benefits, of course, all these things will unlock along the way, but each day, log in daily to claim these rewards. So it looks like it's just going to compound on each other. So all the events are going to flow into one. You're going to get some snazzy daily rewards. And you get some bonus rewards as you unlock the milestones. And of course, you're going to get these additional features as well, which looks pretty good. I'm excited to see what it's going to be like at the end of the event. Now, I thought, wow, is that going to be the mythic outfit? Because that would have been amazing if we could get the mythic outfit. But I don't think that's the mythic outfit. It'll be very, very cool though if it does appear somehow as purchasable option. I could definitely see many players spending some cashish to get that. However, the event is there. Make sure you're active. Make sure you are encouraging people to do it. And as we unlock certain aspects of the summer festival or summer carnival, we will explore spending some of the currency and the bags events. I think that's pretty much it for today on the channel. If you have any questions, concerns, suggestions, if you'd like me to showcase or help out in any way, hit us up in the Discord on the link in the description box below. Have a chat with us on Facebook. And of course, I'll see all the OGs in the comment section after the video. Thanks for watching.